So, you're here because you've been staring at your notes pretending to study. But deep down, your brain is emptier than your savings account after Black Friday. You know the drill. You study for hours, walk into the test feeling like a genius, and then boom, you're staring at the paper like it's written in ancient hieroglyphics. Don't worry, I got you. We're about to crank your memory game up so high you'll actually remember what you studied. I know, shocking concept. Step 1. Passive reading is for suckers. Let's start with the basics. If you're just reading your notes, stop. Right now. Passive reading is about as effective as trying to lose weight by staring at a treadmill. You're not absorbing anything, you're just existing. Your brain's looking at all those notes like, cool story, bro. Anyway, back to daydreaming about burritos. Here's the fix. Get aggressive. Write your notes out. Talk back to them. Argue with them like it's a Twitter debate. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Oh yeah? Says who? Why not the nucleus? What makes the mitochondria the Beyonce of biology? Active engagement is the key. If your notes aren't triggering an existential crisis, you're doing it wrong. Step 2. The 80-20 rule, aka cut the crap. Here's some good news. You don't need to learn everything. What are you, a monk studying the ancient scrolls of wisdom? No, you're a stressed out student trying to survive. Use the 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of material that'll get you 80% of the results. How? Look at past exams. Listen for the stuff your teacher repeats like a broken record. If they've said Newton's laws 47 times, that's your cue. Ignore the random trivia like memorizing the bolt patterns of the Eiffel Tower. Fascinating, but probably not on the test. Your goal is to be lazy but effective, like a cat knocking over a glass just because it can. Step 3. Spaced repetition, your brain's new workout. Let me hit you with some science. Your brain forgets faster than you forget that one friend's birthday, but here's the hack. Spaced repetition. It's like leg day for your memory. Study something today, review it tomorrow, then again in 3 days, then a week. You're basically drip feeding your brain until it's like, fine, I'll remember this forever, are you happy now? Don't cram it all in one night. That's like trying to eat 17 tacos at once. Spread it out, savor it. Taco Tuesday for your neurons. If you do need to cram, make sure you watch my other video on this topic. Step 4. Teach like you're a genius or a fraud. If you really want to remember something, teach it. Not because you're a genius, but because explaining stuff forces your brain to actually figure it out. Grab your dog, your cat, your plant, or just talk to the void, it doesn't matter. Pretend you're giving a TED Talk on why water is wet. If you can explain it without sounding like a complete moron, you're golden. And hey, if your audience stares at you blankly, just remember, they're probably a fern or just your dog being, a dog. Keep going. Step 5. Mnemonics. Because your brain loves weird stuff. Your brain is a sucker for mnemonics. You know, those dumb memory tricks like please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for math? They work because your brain loves nonsense. Need to remember the planets? My very educated mother just served us nachos. Nachos, boom, stuck in your head forever. Or make up something even dumber. Big elephants can't always use skateboards. What does that mean? Who cares? Your brain's like, wow, that's so dumb I have no choice but to remember it. The stupider the better. If it makes you cringe, you're nailing it. Step 6. The Feynman technique. Be dumb, then be smart. The Feynman technique is simple. Explain your topic like you're teaching a 5-year-old child. No fancy words, no jargon, just straight up, this is how it works vibes. If you can't explain photosynthesis without sounding like a conspiracy theorist, you don't understand it yet. Relearn it, simplify it, and try again. Your goal is to make it so clear even a toddler would go, oh yeah, that tracks. If you can nail this, you're basically Einstein, except Einstein probably didn't procrastinate as much as you. Step 7. Draw stuff. Badly, if necessary. Your brain is basically a toddler with a box of crayons. It loves visuals, so make your notes look like a 3rd grader's art project. Studying anatomy? Draw a skeleton with sunglasses. Chemistry? Turn the periodic table into a grid of superheroes. It doesn't have to be good, it just has to make sense to you. If your notes look like something your teacher would confiscate, congratulations, you've unlocked peak learning. Step 8. Take breaks, but don't be dumb about it. Look, I get it. You're tempted to study for 6 hours straight and then collapse like a Victorian orphan. But your brain needs breaks. Use the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat. But here's the thing. Your break shouldn't be scrolling TikTok until you forget your own name. Move around, drink water, pretend to stretch, let your brain breathe. Breaks are like snacks. Small and satisfying. Don't turn them into a 3-hour binge of watching Breaking Bad. Step 9. Sleep like your grades depend on it. And finally, sleep. Yes, sleep. I know it's tempting to pull an all-nighter, but if you do, your brain will retaliate by forgetting everything. Sleep is when your brain sorts through the chaos and files it neatly. Without sleep, you're basically a malfunctioning robot. So hit the books, then hit the bed. Otherwise, you'll walk into that test running on fumes and regret. You now have 9 easy steps to actually remember what you've studied. So get out there, ace that test, and remember, if you fail, it's probably because you ignored this video. Just kidding, kind of. This life-saving advice will only cost you 1 subscribe today. Love you, even if you don't remember who I am after clicking off.